Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. The British establishment are scared. They are frit. They don't know how to deal with a problem like Elon Musk. And so the supposedly independent Electoral Reform Commission has suggested changing the rules to limit how much foreigners can donate. Now, technically, no foreigner can donate to a British political party, but foreign-owned companies that are registered in Britain can. And now the Commission is saying, we've got to change the rules so that foreign-owned companies can't or are very limited in the amount that they can donate. This is first of all, it's completely outside of the remit of a supposedly independent commission to do this. And secondly, it is an absolute sure sign that the establishment are dead shitting themselves about reform, because they know if Musk pumps millions in, then reform are going to wipe the floor at the next election. And so they want to limit this. Now, the original proposal was that there would be a limit on how much a party could raise through, how much money they could raise through this sort of funding. But the Labour Party kiboshed that because they get so much money from the unions. So if it was limited, they'd actually get less money from the unions than they currently get. And they're like, no, we can't have that. We can't have a limit. What we can do is we can limit how much reform get by saying this. Now, already they're poking holes in this. There's so many loopholes anyway. But, and this is the important thing, it is mainly done because the establishment fear reform. They wouldn't do this if it was anyone else. And what are they going to do if, for example, money comes in from British people like Nick Candy? How are they going to stop Nick Candy giving them millions? Or other companies that previously funded the Tories funding reform. What are they going to say? Oh no, the reform have got too much money. We must change the rules, change the law. Oh. Because they're scared. They're scared because reform and they keep using this word populist as though it's an insult. Oh, we can't have it. They're a populist party. Let's just break that down to what it means. Oh, look, we can't have that because they're a party that want to give people what they need and want. They want to answer the concerns of the people. They want to make the life of people in Britain better. How heckin' dare they? No, politics is to make people's lives worse. Our WEF paymasters have said Britons must be pushed down. You know, a boot on a human face forever, as Orwell put it. That's the policy. So for a populist party to come along and say, actually, let's get rid of this shit. Let's get rid of that shit. Let's make sure people have got more money in their pockets. Let's cut immigration. Let's stop sending money abroad. Let's put the boost in this country. Let's lower taxes. Let's bring in investment. Let's make this country wealthy and prosperous again. Let's have vast infrastructure projects that make life better. And the establishment are shitting themselves because they know people will look at that and go, well, that's the one I'm voting for. Ting, ting, ting. And there you go. And so they're looking for every single way they can. I'm surprised they aren't going down the route they're doing in Germany by trying to make reform illegal. Because AFD, and they keep pushing AFD, far right, far right, far right. It is nowhere near far right. It's actually just right of centre. It's just German politics has moved so far to the left that a slightly right of centre looks extreme right from when you're that far left. We're going to make it illegal. Why? Because it's popular. And that's what's happening here. And I wouldn't put it past them to try and make Reform UK illegal. Oh, it's a far-right organisation. It is not. It most certainly is not a far-right organisation. It's a centrist party. And yet, they still shit themselves. Here's how far-right it is. People are leaving the Labour Party to join Reform. If it was far-right, do you think Labour voters would go to Reform? No. What you're getting is intelligent people going, do you know, we don't need this anymore. We certainly don't want Marxism. And we've seen the incompetencies of a Conservative Party that forgot it's conservative and doesn't know what it is. It's had an identity crisis. And so what's left? You can't go Lib Dem. I mean, unless you're a tofu-eating, sandal-wearing, tree-hugging numpty. And if you go to the Greens, they're just as far left as Labour. They're almost pseudo-Marxist anyway. And again, you've got to be fairly thick for these lefties. I mean, here's the thing. When you're young, you tend to be to the left. But as they say, the human mind isn't fully functional until you're 25. So as you get older and your mind develops and you become more intelligent, you move naturally towards the right because you've grown up. Because socialism is for childlike minds. Oh, everybody's equal and we must all share. And yet the world is not equal. If everybody was equal and we all had to share and there was no competition, we'd all be single-celled amoebas still. It's competition that drives evolution. And that's how we are today, competition. So don't give me this crap about everything being equal. It is not. Some people are bigger, some people are faster, some people are stronger, some people are cleverer. Some people have more talent. Some people are great at marketing. Some people are great at numbers. Some people are fantastic artists or fantastic musicians. We're not all equal. We're all different. It's the differences that push us as a species. If we were all the same, we'd go extinct. So all this claim of, oh, we must have equality. No, you can't have equality. Not while everyone is equal. You have equality of opportunity, but you can't have equality of outcome. Imagine a race. If you wanted to have equality of outcome, you'd have to tie Usain Bolt's feet together, wouldn't you? Make sure everybody finished the line across the line at the same time. That's not how it works. But it's how the left like to think because they're childlike minds. But once you actually get into the real world where bills need to be paid, where food needs to be put on the table, where energy needs to come out the sockets of your walls, you can't live in a childlike world. And of course, it's all this left-wing childlike innocence or naivety that's pushing the likes of Miliband, who goes, oh, I can save the world by doing all this. Look at me. Meanwhile, China spewing out all that shit. If you truly want to save the world, Miliband, let Britain get on with it. Open up the coal mines. Let's have cheap electricity. Very cheap. Let's make the price of electricity in this country a quarter. You'll bring in so much more money into this country. And you'll go, oh, we're booming. Da-da-da-da-da. And while we're building it here, we're not building it in China where everything's dirty. And the Chinese economy will go down. They'll close all the factories and the world will become a much better place. Bless. For you see, it is China that is destroying the world, not us. Don't punish us. Punish them. But of course he can't because, oh, I'm too childlike. I don't know how to do it. And that's why parties like Reform are doing well. That's why parties like Labour hate them. There is rumour, and this is strong rumour. This isn't just whispers. This is strong rumour now that there may very soon be a deal done between Reform and the Tories. Not a coalition, but a tactical positioning in terms of electoral, allowances, shall we say. We won't push strong in that area if you don't push strong in that one. It sounds like this may well be a thing. I do hope it is. Personally, I want to see Reform take out everyone, but as long as they can get Labour out in total, that's fine. I think, actually, Reform need to be the senior partner in this. They'll have the money, they'll have the strength. At the moment, it's neck and neck on support in terms of polling. But I've said, by Christmas, where have we got? 5 days left? By Christmas, it will be Reform leading in the polls. 5 days left to prove this. I hope there's some more polls before then. Anyway, there we go. Ramble on. Thanks very much. Bye.